This is Sharzad Morgan from the treasurewithincoaching.com, and we're going to talk today about why women are the problem in relationships. Someone brought this to my attention in a comment the other day that the highest rate of divorce is among lesbian couples, 76%, then straight couples, 56%, and then gay couples, 37%. I think I have the numbers right. I might be off by a little bit. But the point is, remove the woman from the equation and the divorce rate goes down. So the fact that 80% of divorces in straight couples are initiated by women is because the women are unhappy in the relationship. Now, what is really going on here? I spent some time on Reddit to try to figure this out. And I had my own theories, but I wanted to read what other people on Reddit had to say. And the main problems are that women are too quick to get into a relationship. So lesbians don't have the man slowing down the marriage prospect. Remember, women are always like, are we going to get married? Are we official? And when you have two women, they're both rushing into it. The second one is that women are more emotional. And the third is that women are less likely to stay in a relationship where they're unhappy, and they're less likely to tolerate cheating. So let's go through these one by one, but if you don't want to listen to the rest of this video, that was the summary. Now, I have known some lesbian women myself. After I got divorced, I actually had hookups with quite a few lesbian women that were my age in the 50s that I met on Match.com, professional women, and they were so much more emotional, like it was too much for me. I had to get away from it. But I will tell you that here's what I saw on Reddit. This is definitely true. What do lesbians bring on a second date? A U-Haul. What do gay men bring on a second date? What second date? And to just say that, I know one of the women I hooked up with said that every time she had sex with a woman, they would form a relationship immediately. Women, for the first date, the lesbians, they always wanted to have a brunch, a dinner, a sleepover, a lot of flowery language. I still feel your scent on me. I feel you. Like, they would get so emotionally attached so quickly. Even though they were like very stable, successful career women, I'm like, this is a little bit unhinged. This is like too much. But we will get into why women are more emotional later. Let me read you some more of these. There is another joke that, this is the other joke, I wrote it down, that after 2 weeks of dating, lesbians get a U-Haul and men start saying, what's your name again? Here's another one. Two women together. I'm in the other video I made yesterday about why women are so difficult. I did mention a friend I had that when she dated a man, every time they had an argument, he might go, I'm just going to go play some golf and cool off, and I'll be back in a couple hours. And when he came back in a couple hours, they both forgot that they'd argued about it was something trivial. But when she was in a relationship with a woman, every argument had to be processed and dissected for hours. And so that's what this next example is that someone wrote on Reddit. Here's we're going to talk about the lesbians and the gay guys. So here are the lesbians, Pat and Barb. Where's the to-do list I made you, Pat? I don't fucking know, Barb. Where's my fucking sticky note telling you to put the coffee grounds in the compost heap? They're in the landfill next to the warning from the dog park people about offering unsolicited pet care advice, Pat. Meanwhile, Jake and Blake, hey, want to get a burger and fuck around in Lowe's for 3 hours while pointing out twunks we'd leave each other for, but would never actually leave each other for? And so women are very quick to get into a relationship, and I think they need the counterbalancing influence of a man. So that was the first one. The number two reason is that women are more emotional. Like, we're just more emotional creatures, okay? And that is a good thing. But when women have not learned to manage their emotions, it's a very bad thing. And I will tell you, as a woman myself, that my 20s were extremely difficult for me emotionally because the hormones played a wreck on my emotions. I don't think that men understand these hormonal swings and how much they affect our moods. There are bodily changes with weight gain, the breasts get bigger, you get water retention, and then of course the cramping. But it's not just the pain of the cramping during the menstruation, which is very painful as the uterus contracts to contract out to cause the menstruation to bring the blood out. It's also these intense mood swings, and they sucked. It wasn't until I got in my 30s that they really moderated, and then by my late 30s, I didn't have them anymore at all. So that could be a big factor. Then also some women are overly emotional. They say that women are high on what's called neuroticism, which means that they feel negative emotions more intensely, more painfully. And because of that, when a relationship is difficult, a woman is likely to suffer much more. This is why, I am definitely more emotional than men, but I'm not as bad as a lot of these women. I'm more in the middle. And I think that the women who have successful relationships or longer relationships, like my marriage was 25 years, that's pretty long. Most people get divorced in the first 10 years. People don't usually stay married that long and get divorced. That's more rare. But a lot of women are very emotional, and I think those women do not do well in relationships if they have not learned to manage their emotions and take responsibility for their emotions. Maybe they're with a man who aggravates their emotions more, or doesn't give them boundaries around their emotions, so they feel entitled to just go off and they've just become very untethered. This is why I am such a big advocate for learning about our emotions. I'm going to make more a plug from my book, The Language of Emotions, that I love to read. Women need this book more than anyone. Guys, do not put up with a woman's tantrums, difficult emotions. Women have to learn to manage their emotions. You should never put up with that. And we can. Okay, let's continue. Women are also less likely to tolerate cheating than men. And in a lot of these gay relationships, the man's just out, they have like hundreds of partners a year, a lot of these guys, and they don't care, they don't get jealous. A woman gets jealous very easily, and she's going to be dissatisfied, and she's more likely to divorce if there's infidelity. And a man is less likely to divorce if there's infidelity with the two gay guys. So I forgot to mention that this comment: every married gay man I've met was at least 40 years old and had been with their partner for at least 5, 10, or 15 years before same-sex marriage was even an option. Throw in the fact that monogamy isn't as big of a deal for gay men, and the fact that no gay man is getting married because he got someone pregnant, or he wanted to have sex, or because his parents expected him to, or because he dreamed of having a perfect wedding day from the time he was a little kid. That should have gone under my previous section, but hey, I don't make enough money off these videos to redo this video, so we're going to keep going with it, okay, you guys? No one's paying me for these videos. By the way, the guys that are asking me what's my sign, they're blocked. Like, what kind of disrespect for some random anonymous person to leave a comment asking my sign? Some men have no class. Hit the fucking door, Jack. Now, one final thing. A lower divorce rate does not mean that these people are happier. That we should keep that in mind. Okay, so the gay men have a lower divorce rate, but does that mean that they're any happier? They could be more likely to be depressed, more likely to be in abusive relationships, especially in straight couples. In straight couples, a lot of women don't get divorced because of the kids, but that doesn't mean that they're any happier. So women who are unhappy in their relationships have the courage to leave a bad relationship and initiate divorce. But overall, I think what explains the higher rate of divorce for lesbian women is, number one, they haven't learned to regulate their emotions, so they rush into a relationship before really knowing the person because they have romanticized the idea of marriage. They're more emotional. They connect so emotionally during sex. They want to bond way too quickly. Okay, they're too emotional. They're very neurotic, and they're regulated by their hormones, and they have no stability on their emotions. That's what I think. Men are less emotional in general. They're less likely to be in their feelings. They're more likely to let things roll off their shoulder. And so they're more likely to stay married. That's what I think. So what can we learn from this? Women have to learn to regulate their emotions better. Okay? I'm speaking now strictly on behalf of women, and as I myself have done, and men, do not put up with bullshit from women. Do not allow women to go off on you, blame you for their emotions, emotionally vomit on you about their bad day. Cut that in the bud. Your wife or your girlfriend should not be coming home from work and complaining about her work. She should be coming home and greeting you. Maybe taking a 20 minutes rest to rest in herself and calm down from being out or whatever upset her, and then greet you. She should use her girlfriends as a venting tool, have her own venting strategies, which are explained in that book on emotions, talk to her therapist or her friends, and greet you as her partner. She should make herself pretty for you and make a nice home for you. And if she needs alone time, let her have alone time. But do not put up with emotional bullshit from women. I don't. Women are extremely difficult. When I tell them even little things like, I don't like your dog sniffing my crotch, a huge tantrum breaks out. That's how I lost my last friend. She lost it over that. She could not handle me making that request, and we've been friends for 10 years. I was very nice about it. She crossed a red line when she belittled me for taking care of myself. Another woman, I said, I don't like to get these good morning texts. I really like spending time with you. Oh, we can't be friends anymore. You got to weed out these women who are going to retaliate, belittle you, devalue you, dump on you. You've got to weed these women out. And if you're a woman who is easily unhinged, you've got to learn how to manage your emotions. I think that's what we can learn from this. I so appreciate this gentleman putting this out in the comments, because I really thought it was the men who are the problem, but it's the women who are the problem. The other problem in our modern society is feminized men. Do not allow women or society to feminize you. Stop shaving your pubic hair. Guys, stop shaving your pubic hair. You're not a girl. Even women shouldn't shave it, but men, why are you shaving? You could shave your beard, but why? Why are you shaving? You're a man. Why are you wearing a muzzle over your face just because they told you to? Be a man. Go hunting. Go fishing. Learn how to build a campfire. Lift some heavy shit. So women need to learn to control their emotions, and men need to learn to be men again. Don't put up with BS from women. I saw a guy today on the trail. He was very strong, and he had a friendly face. That's it. I said hi to him. He was cute. He was pretty hot. He had chest hair. Don't shave your chest hair. You're not a girl. Start acting like a man. And women who want you to shave, tell them to hit the fucking door and date a woman. That's all. That's it. Thank you so much for pointing this out to me in the comments about these women. I had no idea, but that explains why some women can maintain long marriages and why some women can't. It explains why women are the ones filing for divorce, and I do think that most of the divorces happen in the first 10 years. It's very rare for people to get divorced after 20, 30, or 40 years. That's pretty rare. And we got to see what we can learn from that. That's what I take away from it. But I love reading your comments because I learned so much from reading the comments and learning from you guys as part of this community that we have here. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a great Labor Day. By the way, I walked outside today to take out some trash and I saw this super hot guy. Oh my God. And I thought, yes, just yesterday I made a video saying I would love to see a hot guy. I would just love it. And I saw him and I was just happy that I got to see that and got to have that feeling of, woo, he's so hot. I don't even know who he is. I didn't talk to him, but I'm happy just having seen him. He was probably in his mid-30s, you know, he's kind of tall and strong legs. I think he was going running. So I think he might have just moved into my neighborhood. So if I see him again, I'll say hi to him. Maybe hopefully he lives alone and maybe he likes older women. Some of these guys love older women. Maybe I'll just flirt with him a little bit. But yeah, I'm not interested in women. I don't like anything about having sex with the woman. I don't want any of the wetness. I don't want all the emotions. I don't want all their body fat. I hate big breasts. I don't like all that body fat. I don't like anything about being with a woman. Like, no, I like a man. I like things that are dry and strong and calm and structured and focused. I don't like all that woozy-feely and the wetness and the feeling. And guys love that. They love our wetness and our emotions and our softness. So, you know, a straight man's gonna love women and a straight woman's gonna love men, and I am not bi. I have tried the woman thing and I'm not about it. Do not like it at all. Whew. And the emotionality of it is a turn off. No. But lesbian women love the emotionality of it. They love all that stuff, you know. But lesbian women need to learn how to manage their emotions. That book, I'm going to show you guys again. The Language of Emotions. Men have to learn to be more open, and straight men have learned to be more open, because we will leave you if you're emotionally avoidant, you know. But maybe two gay men together don't care, or they're like, I'll go fuck this guy, you know. I think men are just more easygoing. That's what I like about men. Except if guys are like emotionally unstable or disrespectful, or don't honor my boundaries, or play the victim or whine, I get repulsed. I don't want to deal with them. I'm just talking about normal men. I find them much easier to deal with, honestly. Okay, thank you for watching my video.